As a responsible person with growing concerns for your privacy and personal liberty, you want to know where we're headed and what you can do about it. We ask the experts what you need to do to take prudent and responsible action to safeguard your family's wealth and well-being, and what basic first steps will help you to be aware and prepared. ReluctantPreppers.com.
Larry, if we could circle back just for a few minutes on some of the first points that people should make when wanting to improve their physical fitness, specifically related for their readiness for keeping themselves and their families protected. What are the first few things that they should look at?
When it comes to physical fitness, you heard me say a couple times functional fitness. Functional fitness is different than traditional fitness. So our bodies are made to do certain movements. Our bodies were not designed to do things like bicep curls. If you look at what you do on a daily basis, you rarely stand there and curl something. But we do things like pick stuff off of the ground and put them above our head. Those are functional movements. There are various physical training systems that base what they do on functional fitness. One of the big ones is CrossFit. That is purely functional. So it's body weight exercises, Olympic lifts, deadlifts, squats are all functional movements done at very varied systems at high intensity. So being able to do a workout system that bases itself on functional fitness, functional movements is going to be one of the most useful things. And that's why you see our military, police, firefighters are so big into these type of systems and CrossFit and things of that nature, because it helps them with their jobs on a daily basis. For your average person, the same thing is true. Being able to get yourself ready to do high intensity work over varied times and very varied modalities prepares you for anything that could come your way.
And on the topic you mentioned of unarmed self-defense, again, you used the word functional, which I think you meant also some people refer to it as practical self-defense. So rather than just an art form or a sport form, are there some specific names of forms or types of training that people can look for in their local area if they want to make sure that the self-defense training that they're getting is going to be practical and functional?
There's a lot out there, and I guess the easier way to go about it, because I say Krav Maga, that may be good where I am, but you could go to a place where they don't do it well. So as opposed to me telling you, hey, go through this style or this style, the better way to approach it, and the way that I approach it, is all about the mindset that you bring. If you bring a mindset that you're going to take the most useful parts of these different arts, these different systems, and apply them to your specific build, your specific setup, your specific capabilities and limitations, it's going to be useful. So I look at it more as being able to have a little bit of knowledge in a broad spectrum of skills, as opposed to being a black belt in one skill. So being able to go to the different martial arts in your area, spend a number of months learning their fundamentals, will help start to provide a base of knowledge for you. What you'll see, and it's the same thing I've seen over years and years of studying this stuff, is that you start to pull some fundamental knowledge, some things that transcend different domains that work no matter what. And being able to identify those and keep those as your core system or your core knowledge is going to be the most useful. I wish I could tell you if you go to X style, it's going to be great, but there's such a variety in instruction and in curriculum from school to school, it's really hard for me to suggest one over another.
And on that final point you made under training was about tools, non-lethal, edged tools, and firearms. Could you just briefly touch on one or two key tools in each of those categories that you think that people should look at seriously gaining skills in? For sure.
In my view, the best non-lethal tool you can have is an extremely high-powered tactical flashlight. Surefire are the ones that we sell. They're one of the brand standards. There's hundreds of brands outside of that work. But what we're talking about when we talk about a tactical flashlight is a small profile. So a small flashlight, think of it kind of two stacked 2 rolls a quarter size. No, we're not talking the huge mag light ones. Extremely high power. Flashlights are judged by lumen, the amount of lumens that they project. 500 lumen or more is the level we're talking about. That level of light produces a physiological response when you shine it at someone. And you can use a flashlight not only to identify at a distance, you can use it to deter, and you can use it as a striking tool as well. So having one with a knurled edge bezel so that you can use it as a basic striking tool works really well. The Surefire E2D is one of the ones that we sell. It's an expensive one, but when I look at buying a tool that I'm going to rely my life on, I'm going to spend good money on it. I'm not buying a cheap one. If you're spending less than $50 on a tactile flashlight, you're not buying a good flashlight. I've gotten over and over again, clients will say, hey, I found 3 flashlights for $12 at Costco. Those are not good flashlights, regardless of what the package says. When it comes to edged weapons, the best edged weapons out there by far are Emerson knives. Ernie Emerson has been making edged weapons for the SEALs for over 20 years. They are the quickest opening folding knife in the world due to the weight feature. There's a feature on the top of the blades in the folding knives that catch the edge of the pocket. So as you pull the knife from your pocket, the knife opens. It's quicker than any switchblade. The designs he makes are truly tactical knives, meaning they're used as tools as well as fighting tools. So I can't suggest those knives anymore. Emerson knives, and you can go to emersonKnives.com to check them out. When it comes to firearms, the best home defense firearm is going to be a modern sporting rifle or an AR-15 style rifle. Reason being is it's low recoil, high accuracy, and you have the ability to choose rounds that won't go through walls. Generally, really light, fat varmint rounds are the best, plastic tipped rounds, because they won't go through multiple layers of drywall. They also have AR-15 style guns chambered in 9mm, which can be really good. All of our AR-15s that we make and sell are from JP Arms, based out of Hugo, Minnesota. I believe that JP makes the best AR-15s on the market. There's a couple companies that come close, but I really believe that his cross between functionality and accuracy is unparalleled. But getting a good AR-15 is a really good home defense tool as long as you have the right rounds. Normal ball rounds, your normal rounds will go through 3 or 4 walls. So you have to be careful to get the right round. In general, an AR-15 is better than a shotgun just because of the size factor as well as the ease of use, whereas a shotgun is going to be great for the man of the house, but not so good for the woman of the house. When it comes to pistols, we only sell Glocks. The reason why is that Glocks are the best gun right now for personal self-defense. If something came out that was better, I'd go to it. You can absolutely destroy a Glock, and it's still going to work. Our first prototype Glocks that we had built, we shot 40,000 rounds through and didn't put 1 drop of oil in it, didn't clean it, just straight unbelievable. Take any other gun and put that amount of rounds through and you're going to have problems. We had to replace the springs at 35,000 rounds, but that was it. So that's pretty much, at least as we go, and you can go to sealedmindset.com under our products page and see all of those products. You don't have to buy them from us, but at least you can get an idea of exactly what I'm talking about.
Before we let you go, how can people who don't live in the Minneapolis area get more information from the information and training that you provide at Sealed Mindset?
A couple things. Like I said, my mission after being medically retired was to educate as many people as possible in the United States in the effort to stabilize the country and make sure that the right people have the right education to keep themselves and their neighbors safe. So we've actively worked to be able to provide an opportunity for as many people as possible to gain access to what we do. If you're not in the Minneapolis area, there's 2 main ways to gain access to what we do. We're about to launch a video training series for handgun fundamentals. So everything that you need to know to safely carry and use a pistol. That video series will be out soon. I'll be in contact with you to make sure that your viewers have access to that. The second thing that they can do right away is we've developed a virtual training system, so we can actually do private firearms training via the web. As long as you have some knowledge around how video calls work, so if you've ever used Skype or Google Hangouts or any of those chat rooms, we have a technology that allows us to teach one-on-one private firearms lessons through the web. So if you have a webcam, semi-fast, kind of normal high-speed internet connection, and some information or at least some experience on how to use Skype and things of that nature, we have a system to be able to train anyone in anything that they would like, pistol, carbine, shotgun. And so if you're interested in that, go to sealedmindset.com and call our front desk line and they'll set you up.
Excellent. And we'll make sure that we present our viewers with access to the video series once you have that finalized as well.
Definitely.
So thank you very much, Larry Yatch of Sealed Mindset, for being our guest today. We look forward to any follow-up questions our viewers may have with you and any information that you'll be sending us on your video series going forward. Thank you for the role and the mission that you have of educating our nation on preparedness and readiness and all the education that you provide.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for what you do and being able to provide a means to communicate all of these great lessons to our great country.